You're alone, but that's okay. Chances are, if you're watching this video, it's because you could relate to the title. The feeling of loneliness could suck, but is it really as bad as we think it is? There's a big difference with being alone and being lonely. Loneliness. When you think of that word, what do you imagine? Try to really think of the last time that you felt loneliness. When I imagine loneliness, I imagine dark, empty, sad even. Before we continue talking about the word loneliness, let's first define what it's like to be alone. Sometimes being alone can be relaxing. It can be a refresher after spending so much time with a lot of people. It's an okay feeling and sometimes feels better than spending time with others. I don't know, being alone can feel comforting. Now back to loneliness. Imagine you're an animal in a zoo, let's say a lion. You grew up in the zoo and you have no idea about the wildlife outside of it. Now you probably think as a human, oh dang, that sucks. Being trapped in this small area, interacting with the little people that you have, that must suck. But unless you know that there is an outside world, you really don't know what you're missing out on. Unfortunately for us humans, we do know about the outside world. Humans are naturally drawn to things that make them happy. Fun equals dopamine, and all humans crave dopamine. Dopamine is literally the chemical that makes a human feel good. So if you're a lion that's trapped inside of a zoo, but you don't know anything about the wildlife, it's not that bad. Now back to being a human, unless you want to stay alive, then ew, weirdo. Anyways, humans are designed to interact with other humans. Some people, extroverts, can go crazy without human interaction for as little as 2 days. And even introverts can feel some type of FOMO, fear of missing out, and still need some type of human interaction. The reason why we feel this way is a new concept that some of our parents still don't understand yet. Wonder why parents always say things like, you already went out this week, or you can't have fun 2 days in a row, which by the way, I think is kind of stupid. It makes no sense, but at the same time, I kind of understand it because they didn't have what we had growing up. I mean, think about it like this. The main 3 apps that we use every single day, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, are all filled with people constantly having fun. When you see people having fun, you naturally want to have fun too. So, you call up your friends to see if they want to hang out. One's working, one's on a family trip, one has to study for finals, and one's just an imaginary friend that just sits in the corner of your room and stares at you while you're sleeping. Oh, hi, Hector. Sorry, ADHD. But you know what I mean. This is when you feel lonely. You're alone. You're a loner. You can't go out because there's no one to go out with. So when you're bored, what do? You go back on social media and scroll and look at the content that made you feel lonely in the first place. We all hate this feeling, but what if we could change the view on it? What if instead of laying down in your bed and scrolling and feeling lonely and feeling sorry for yourself, you embrace the fact that you are lonely and just roll with it? Turn it into something good. You have 24 hours in a day. An average human sleeps around 8 hours. So you have an average 16 hours a day. That's 960 minutes, which is 57,600 seconds. You have a lot of time, right? Now go on your phone and look at how much screen time you use every single day. The average human spends around 6 hours and 58 minutes on their phone. That's almost 7 hours. Now that's 16 hours that you're awake in a day, just turn into 9. Now you have 9 hours in a day without your phone, which may seem like a lot, but now let's take school or work. The average person goes to school around 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. An average job is a classic 9 to 5. This gives 2 hours a day for a student without their phone and only 1 hour for a person that's working. That 57,600 seconds that you're awake just turned into 7,200 seconds for students and 3,600 seconds for an average worker. Time is short, but sometimes you forget you're just a mind inside of a body. You may feel lonely, but if nobody's there for you, you have yourself. Like you literally have yourself. You're not going anywhere from you. You can't just one day run away from your body. You are literally living inside of your body whether you like it or not. You have so little time in the day, so why waste it on temporary people? Why waste it mindlessly scrolling on other people's lives? It's okay to entertain yourself. Humans need that. But to look back at your old high school friends that you don't talk to anymore and look at them having fun and therefore feel sorry for yourself because you wish you could go out like that. You wish you had friends like that. That thought alone, we can all admit is dumb, but why do we all do this to ourselves? Go pick up a journal, write out your thoughts. Literally look into a mirror. I know it sounds crazy, but talk to yourself. Take the time to reflect. Regain that connection that you have with yourself. You've been told your whole life to love yourself, but how's that possible when you don't spend enough time with yourself? Go pick up a new hobby. Start planning for your future. It's never too early. Just when people think they have time to plan for their future, they're living in that future without a plan. Relationships and friendships are built off of a few traits. Loyalty, trust, respect. Loyalty, trust, and respect is earned over time, right? How do you expect to love yourself if you don't give yourself the time of day? Take care of yourself. Take that time out of your day to clean your room because the environment that you're in will set the scene for your mind. Clean room, clean mind. Now let's dive deeper into a feeling we all know is depression. Depression can lead to laziness, makes you not want to do anything. But then laziness could lead to depression. So then if you're feeling depressed because you're lazy and then you feel lazy because you're depressed, it's an endless cycle. You have to break that cycle. You can't just push it to the side expecting yourself to feel better instantly. I know it's uncomfortable, but in order to be where you want to be, you have to do things that make you uncomfortable. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. We have one more topic I want to go over, but before we do, I just want to say I love you guys. You've made it this far into the video, which means you're listening, and that means a lot. You guys are slowly changing my life for the better, and I can't thank you guys enough. I've done some thinking this year and I realized that I've talked to a camera more times than I've spoken to people in real life. You guys are always there for me, so thank you guys. My dreams when I was a kid was to become a YouTuber, and here I am. I'm not quite there yet, but you guys are making it possible for me. I love you guys. So on to the last topic. Social anxiety, or more importantly, social anxiety when you're alone. I posted a video the other day of me bowling by myself, and I saw a few comments saying that it was sad that I was bowling alone. If you think being by yourself and doing something you enjoy is sad, then you have some type of hatred in your mind about the thought of being alone. Let go of that hatred. Being alone is okay. How I overcame this is realizing that you will regret more things in life that you do not do than the things in life that you do. Will I regret doing something I enjoy by myself? Or will I regret not doing that because of the fact that I feel afraid of being judged in public by myself? Why would I let a stranger dictate the harmless choices and actions that I'll make? You hear the phrase all the time, you're not alone. But the truth is, sometimes you are alone, but that's okay. The message I hope you guys can take from this video is that yes, we are alone. But notice how I said we are alone. We are all alone together, and that's okay. Now go break that cycle. The future's in your hands. Subscribe.